Hi guys, I want to talk to you today about local SEO shadow banning, AI, and Google Core algorithm updates. There's a couple things going on, and I want you to be aware as we roll out the Magic Money Box with Jimmy Kelley, myself, Mike Long, other people in the community. My wife Kaylin will be managing this. We have big stuff to announce, so I'm trying to lay down some ground fire so you guys can understand a whole bunch of questions behind the question, answers behind the answers, and I want to talk to you today about a couple of different things. One of the things I want to use is Darren talking about this particular thing. I would love your thoughts on this. I follow a guy on Facebook. He works with lots of different business GBPs. Um, it's now called GBP, Google Business Profile. He has just posted this. Personally, I think GMB calls are down. GBP calls are down. I haven't really detected why yet. Okay, I'm about to explain to you why, so you can go back to your Facebook forum and post, and you can talk to him. But overall access, or overall across the board, every niche it seems like calls are down, even when listings are ranking. Oh yeah, that's called shadow banning. I'm going to repeat that. But overall across the board, every niche it seems like calls are down, even when listings are ranking. Right. One, two, and three. Would this be in junction with what you are thinking with shadow banning, or do you think there are other things at play here? There is everything at play here, and we're going to go over that next. Thank you, Darren, for the amazing opportunity to go deeper into this. I'm creating a list, also invoked by Darren and other students, which is a check-by-check list. We can also see over in this new section that Kaylin set up, we have a section called Q Local now. I'm going to explain Q Local is designed to help you go deeper with me into AI and super intelligent AI SEO and understand the social signals connected to Google business profiles before I give you nuclear power tools created by Jimmy and myself to nuke rankings from orbit. I want you to understand even beyond the machine world what Google is really doing and what they're thinking. So let's go over here and look at this. Notice my keyword query is Google Core Update 2024. I'm going to go ahead and bring this to you guys' attention because we're going to get into this heavily. Let me see if I can zoom into this. Just so you guys don't think I was like, I don't know, pulling this out of thin air. Okay. It is also nice to get some validation because this is fairly recent. Google Reviews Update 2024 is focused on enhancing the relevance and authenticity of review content. It penalizes fake or low-quality reviews while rewarding genuine and informative ones. Okay, so this is incredibly important because a lot of the support products and booster products that I'm going to be launching are in companionship with Brand Signals exclusive, all the technologies that Jimmy and I are going to be bringing forward. But I want you guys to be really smart about what this actually means from the human side, because there's a lot of things that you can do besides trusting some robot or some system or some technology, including ours, which is the best in the world. Okay, you can fail with power tools if you don't understand how to use a power tool, right? So you can have a semi-automatic weapon or a tactical nuke or C4, and you can wreck stuff. You can blow stuff up. But again, C4 in the wrong hands is a destructive chaos engine that doesn't help anyone. In the right hands, it's a tool that can be used to blow off the doors of a safe or, create a bomb or actually carefully constructed demolition scenarios where you want to bring down a building. But in the wrong hands with an idiot, it's just destruction. It can kill you and everybody around you. And this is what I want you to understand about all SEO power tools. We're going to really teach you how to do things right, but I need you to understand what Google's doing, why Google's doing it. We call ourselves super-intelligent AI SEO, and the reason that Kaylin and I have launched this brand is because we can see where things are going a mile away. In fact, you guys remember over the last few years, we predicted a lot of those things, okay? So we're going to talk more about this, but at the end of the day, remember that anything Google uncovers, they're going to use. So the first person to get to AGI, General Artificial Intelligence, which is essentially Google, and OpenAI, de facto Google, because they used Google's functional transformer papers to build OpenAI, which then they gave to evil empire called Microsoft. I mean, the wonderful bunch of guys called Microsoft now have probably what is the equivalent of AGI. And so Q Miracle or Q Star is the now proven technology. In fact, if it wasn't real, it would be unlikely that Elon Musk was not rallying a $1 billion lawsuit against OpenAI. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this. I want you guys to be digital prophets. I don't want you to just use me as a digital prophet. Okay, the writing is on the wall when you've done this long enough. Look at the top stories. Elon Musk sues OpenAI and Sam Altman for violating the company's principles. Yeah, it's way more than that. It's that Elon and his team of AI researchers are smart enough to understand that you can't speak out both sides of your mouth. You can't have ChatGPT 5 or ChatGPT 4 without calculation and or computational AI existing, as well as some of the responses that OpenAI is giving in ChatGPT-4 specifically, is so indistinguishable from general artificial intelligence in some of its equations that by any other name it would be not called anything but pre-AGI. And AGI was not part of the original. In other words, what you do with AGI, it was called OpenAI so that the rest of the world could see transparently as we built a superhuman or super intelligent artificial machine that would eventually take over the world. Okay, and an artificial machine that is super intelligent, taking over the world, can do calculations and compressions for counterintelligence, for basically invasive computer technologies and the rest. So Google will begin using this to do what's called proxy matching. It's going to sort for humans. Okay, slow down a little bit, guys. The reason that Putin in Russia said that the first person to grasp AI, especially AGI, is going to rule the world, is that that AI can then use and become superior to all other forms of chat swarms or basically bot swarms and AI intelligent systems, because it'll be smarter than all of them. And as a result, it'll be able to filter for humans. The first thing that Google is going to want to do for its shareholders, and it's already started that, is to filter for humans. And it's going to begin all of that by the Google review update, coinciding with the first input delay update, which is this month. That's in 10 days, actually less than 10 days. It's going to be the first input delay with interaction to next paint. Okay, this is a core web vital metrics. I'm going to get into that because it's going to be mind-blowing. It's all used to filter for humans, okay, on the first paint. We'll talk more about that. In January 2024, Google introduced Circle to Search, an AI powerful multi-search experience. Okay, this is where they're starting to connect the dots with multiple searches all in the same function. Okay, they're also going to consistently emphasize user experience and they're expected to intensify that. Additionally, they laid off 12,358 people at the Googleplex. Okay, just a few days ago, a few weeks ago. Okay, and my wife and I sat and we watched a whole bunch of the TikTok videos from people who'd been laid off and how impersonal and weird it was, and how the cult of AI has kind of disseminated itself through what used to be the happy-go-lucky cult of Google. They literally turned off the child. I thought it was very apropos. They shut down the child care center at the Googleplex in Silicon Valley. I just think it's kind of apropos that during the dawn and the birth of artificial intelligence, Google decided to, remove childcare. I'm sorry, it's just very dystopic because, who needs humans now, let alone babies? Anyway, sorry, I'm being kind of, but you got to laugh. 12,000 people, guys, is a lot of people to let go of during the highest record return in Google history in terms of dividends. So, hey, meanwhile, they're going to get rid of all benefits, there's a new manager, there's a new CEO in town, and he is not on team human. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, so check this out. Google Review Update 2024 is focused on enhancing the relevance and the authenticity of review content. So I just said that, but where I really want you to understand is that this section that we're bringing you into is much bigger than you think. It's a big picture local entity consideration, and it's the GBP, Google Business Profile Entity Health Check. Do not forget that a Google Business Profile is an entity, okay? What I mean by that is that when you type in a keyword here, these are all entities, okay? So when you type in Oh, I don't know. Let's look at some random thing that somebody showed me earlier. This is an entity, okay? This is an entity, and all the data that Google wants to run the world are in these blue links inside of an entity. So anything, you can see that these are popping over in non-standard Java and all kinds of crazy stuff. Some of you might have noticed over the last few months they've been rolling out all this non-standard stuff. That's because they're trying to save human clicks at all costs. And they're in a total war on SEOs. Okay, this was actually admitted by them at the congressional hearings on their standards and practices. That they keep everything very secretive because they're fighting against hardcore black hat SEOs. So my point here is that this is all an entity. Okay, and so what's going on is anything inside of an entity is what matters to Google, and they want to own it at a deeper layer, not just on the search databases, but in the human databases, the advertising databases, the pay-per-click databases, all of them are connected. And that's really partially what Google Circle is about. So we're going to see all these things rolling out. So they'll gain more and more control over the affordances or the queries that users type in the search engine. Okay? And above all, and I'm going to say this, you're going to hear me say this again and again throughout 2024. Above all, reviews. Okay, the silent war on reviews has been going on for quite a while. And this war began, people have been asking me about the shadow banning. Some of the things that happened with reviews early on, if you were buying a whole bunch of fake reviews and doing a lot of fake reviews in the past, there used to be a warning that you would get. Let me see if I can pull up that warning here. Back when they were figuring this out, mostly during pre-AI periods, like, even as far back as third quarter last year, you would get reviews. Here's a copy of it. Reviews and ratings on your business profile will be restricted. First Stop Roofing, Kidderminster, we recently found fake or incentivized reviews associated with your profile. This violates our fake engagement policy, keyword fake engagement policy, and isn't allowed. As a result, we'll soon be placing restrictions on your profile. For 30 days, you will not be able to receive ratings or reviews. To appeal this decision, click on the link below. And by the way, then you click on the link below and then you never hear from them ever again. Okay. So you guys, sorry Google, but y'all are starting to really, Team Robot's not ready to take over all your support team yet. Okay, so here's what I want to tell you guys. I want you to think this through with me, okay? Just for those of you who are managing GPPs, because I'm going to help you guys create, if you really want to, and you're serious about this, I'm going to help you create a $50,000 plus per year business with this kind of knowledge. The knowledge that I'm giving you right here, you could very easily, if you just buckle down and do the work, follow some of the rules you don't have to be Jimmy Kelley or Russell Wright or some, whatever we see ourselves as, super geeks with all the fancy patents in our head and all the years of experience, like watching how Google does its thing and getting inside the mind of Google. Okay, you don't have to do all that. You just have to know these couple of things. Okay, let's read it again. This violates our fake engagement policy and isn't allowed. Think about this. If Google has reached AGI, along with Gemini Advanced is arguably better than OpenAI ChatGPT-4. If they are reaching this level, okay, and they're there first, they're going to use artificial intelligence to sort for humans because Google shareholders makes money from humans. The last time I checked, at least right now, maybe a few years out, AI doesn't buy stuff from people. Okay? So what I'm trying to share with you guys is that if they're going to dump money, they're going to dump money into using AI to seek out real human beings and filter. They're going to proxy match. They're going to deal with spam in ways they've never done before. All these different functions coming out. They're going to use AI before they release the big generative AI search. Before they do all that, essentially they're going to use AI to filter out lesser forms of machine learning, spam, all the lesser forms of massive gadding of backlinks and fake traffic bots and fake review farms worth tens of millions of dollars. They're working to shut down these black industries that undermine the human purchase power of their cost of their retrieval. Okay? So that's all you really need to know. But what does that really mean? What am I saying? Well, in the videos that we are putting up for you in Q Local, which will prepare you for Magic Money Box, for everything else, I'm going to be showing you a GBP entity health check. But long term, we're going to be showing you how to make sure that your human signals and your optimization signals and your search signals are always in a place, and how to check and for and spot shadow banning, as well as how to spot penalized entities, as well as how to spot manual penalties, okay, and how to deal with the upcoming, quite literally, what I believe to be the local SEO apocalypse. Now, you'll hear a lot of people have said that through the years, but there's never been a time where we have an artificially intelligent, potentially Q-star AGI level language learning systems being able to check all of the systems and create a probabilistic matrix that determines whether or not this GBP is authentic or not. So not only are they dealing with fake Google business profiles, they're also dealing with reviews and ratings. Now think about it think about this for a second. They've just penalized in this demo, and by the way, there's hundreds of these types of examples, okay? They've penalized this business, First Stop Roofing Kidminster, all right, for having fake incentivized reviews. You guys understand? Okay, so they penalized it, right? Let me show you some. I know a bunch of systems and people out there who are selling fake reviews. If I wanted to get 5,000 fake reviews right now, I know exactly where to go. Okay, I know who the people are. I know the farms. I know where they sell them. Right? Everything from Trustpilot, from Goop. Right? Think about this. This means that somebody could send 500 fake reviews to GBP and get you banned lickety-split as of October of last year, all the way up to October of last year. What's to stop somebody from putting 500 fake 2-star reviews in a Google business profile, a competitor, right? It's the same thing with spam. I was talking to a very, very good black hat genius that I know who we'll be bringing into the Q Miracle area named Joshua. Very, very sharp kid. Likes to deal with massive amounts of controversial ways of doing SEO, and some of them still work and are useful. You learn a lot by Gray Hat and all these other things, right? We're discovering that Google's caring less and less about backlink spam. You know how you have to disavow, how Jimmy Kelley and I taught Traffic Hospital in 2014? Some of you even took that course, right? How to disavow backlinks, how to use Kemper tools, okay, to disavow. Think about it. Disavowing requires that somebody who's been vandalized by backlinks has to pay money after they were vandalized. It's like somebody driving by and shooting your car up, and then you have to pay, and your insurance doesn't pay for it. You have to pay for it. There is no disavow insurance for backlink vandalism. You guys know that, right? Okay. As far as I know, there's no escrow or some sort of insurance policy for somebody doing 1 million porn links to your website, all right, and destroying your credibility and turning your website into a blacklisted bad neighborhood. As far as I know, there's never any insurance on that. And by the way, that costs about $200 to do. Okay? Now think about that in the form of reviews. I heard from him this morning that disavows are not even required in some of the situations he's been in. Because why? Because think about it from Google's perspective. Does Google want somebody who's been vandalized with 1 million porn backlinks to have to pay for? They're going to get turned off by trying to make money on Google. If it becomes this giant warfare situation that Google can't censor on its own, that the website owner has to go out and scrub 2 million links and hire Jimmy Kelley for $10,000 or Russell Wright for $7,000 to disavow all these backlinks and check everything so that you don't destroy all your domain authority, which is still useful today. Google wouldn't want to do that, but they haven't had a system up to this point, up to pre-AGI, where they could parse and filter for humans on their own. See, one of the amazing things about AI and chat GPT systems and the advanced Gemini systems is it can pattern match and pattern recognize for thousands of different types of patterns. Okay? In other words, it can proxy match, it can do queries off the MAC address, it can match data that humans couldn't ever even dream of and that language learning models would never have been able to dream of before. Similarly, review spam should not penalize an owner. See, the assumption was main thing here is that why would an owner, if they can penalize an owner for positive reviews, they can also penalize an owner for reviews they did not create, just like negative backlink spam that requires tens of thousands of dollars of backlink disavowing. Okay, those days are coming to an end, guys. That doesn't make sense for Google. Google wants people to dump content into their AI system called Google Search. They want people to do it. They don't want business owners to feel like they're going to be. How do we know that First Stop Roofing Kidminster bought fake reviews? We don't. I can give you exactly 3 to 4 case studies where somebody bought dozens, if not hundreds, of negative 1 and 2 star reviews and hammered the living crap out of their competitor. They'll think about this. Those 1 star and 2 star reviews, penalize them. 5 star reviews would have penalized them. It didn't matter. It's just the fakeness in general can be proxy matched, pattern recognized, understood. And here's another thing you guys don't know. If you've gone through a massive review farm for 5,000 and bought 150 reviews for different clients, when that farm gets exploited and discovered, when that, multi-million-dollar operation, which is a review farm, is discovered, they delete all the accounts tied to that review person. And if that review person's reviews are all deleted, this is true on Trustpilot as well, by the way, then all the businesses that reviewer has commented on become yellow flagged. Think about that for a second. If I'm a review farm and I'm an agency that purchases review farms, which I'm definitely not, we don't do that, and I purchased 250 reviews for say 50 clients over the last 12 months, that review farm gets busted. Those proxies are reverse looked up. They're banned because the Google AI algorithms are way smarter than humans now, and they figured it all out. Every positive review that I've ever given as that dumb agency to those hundreds of clients flags those accounts as yellow flagged. And what happens is they don't necessarily send out this thing that you see on the screen here, reviews and ratings in your business will be restricted. They've started to realize that that's stupid, just like disavowing is stupid. Okay? In other words, they're encouraging vandalism by the fact that they offer a disavow link, a disavow field inside Google Search Console. The act of including that leaves an opening for vandals to go in and harm people's businesses. When the solution needs to be use these mega gigantic AI systems to determine whether link spam is there and just disavow it before they're even useful. That's called ghosting. Let everybody just play around with millions of links and this and that, right? An unnatural link build velocity, it's called link velocity, or even link decay, or any of the things that we have. Google should be able to, within the next 6 to 12 months, if they're not already, able to recognize this, disavow it, and the business owner is protected by a better system than one that vandals, SEOs, and glorified hackers are using to get the edge. Those days, guys, are coming to an end incredibly rapidly. I'm 20-something years in this. I can smell it. I can feel it. It's here, and I've watched it. Okay, so this is the same about reviews. So this should give you a general overview about how reviews, what's coming. Okay, and shadow banning is simply Google doesn't have to send out reviews and ratings on your business profile will be restricted because this violates our fake engagement. This guy's probably out building roofs. He's probably on top of a building somewhere building a roof. He's just wondering what the actual heck they're talking about, okay? And sure, sometimes business owners who are out on roofs sweating, trying to make ends meet for their family, do have agencies come to them and say, hey, we're going to make more leads for you and more phone calls. Okay, why should Mr. Roof professional roof builder, or roofing company have to get penalized for being told black hat things to do by agencies that don't know what the actual heck they're doing. He's trying to earn a living. Okay, well, those days are over, and Google's got to know that as well. That's what's happening. There's lots of buzz and momentum. So they'll just start removing those reviews, and they'll just start, first of all, attacking and destroying the review farms. And AI will be used to filter for humans. Okay, so if you want to know more about where this is going, okay, and guys, this is incredibly important, even for brand signals and all the other things that we're showing you on the product roadmap. Okay, incredible technology that Jimmy's built, incredible technologies that I help him build. But honestly, there are some things that even if you use brand signals and you pay the fee and with the brand signals technology that you get with Magic Money Box, or you're buying through us, or you're working with Kaylin and me with, you know, done for you accounts, whatever the case may be, these things have to be buttoned up, and this knowledge has to be used and integrated into your day-to-day business for you and your clients. Otherwise, technologies like brand signals are not necessarily going to work. You have to clean this stuff up as well as activating these other technologies. So do pay attention if you're in the local field of Q Local. We're going to be adding more and more of these tools. I'm going to be showing you how to activate. I'm going to be giving some tips and secrets that I haven't used before, I haven't revealed before, including how the social aspects of your GBPs, how to test and look for all the signals, what those signals actually are, so that when you do use brand signals or anything else we're rolling out or that you need access to, you have a pristine environment in which to use them. All right, I'll see you guys on the inside. Talk to you next time.